Barcelona drops 3 valuable points, but I'm not all that mad. Let's get to it. Hello guys, welcome back to El Merengue Culé. You know, it's weird to have a half smile on my face after Barcelona loses 3 valuable points to Real Betis. Let me explain. Now, in terms of the table, this game was very important for Barcelona because Real Betis before the game, Real Betis was sitting 4 points ahead of us. Yes, they have an extra game, but Barcelona needs to be competing for European positions, right? Right now, after this loss, we're sitting in 7th place. Real Betis is sitting in 3rd place. This was a great opportunity to, instead of making the gap a little further, to boost us a little closer to those European positions. However, we did drop the points. So why? Why am I not all that pissed about it? Why? Because I saw Barcelona that was inspired, that had an idea of an attack, that had a spark. It wasn't just players, it wasn't just 11 players getting out there on the pitch, knocking the ball around. Oh, let's hope something good comes out of it. No, it was a team that was kind of exciting to watch. I enjoyed this game. I think it was a very appealing game, something that I haven't seen all too much this season. So let's get to what happened this game. I don't want to drag on the video too much. So Xavi brings out a very interesting starting 11, something I didn't quite predict. Coutinho, Depay, and Abde up top, which I thought was an interesting combination. Nico, Busquets, Xavi in the midfield, Jordi Alba, Lenglet, Araujo, and Serginho Dest, and obviously Ter Stegen in the goal in the goalkeeper position. Serginho Dest, I think, had a pretty good game. I think it took him a while to get it, like the ball rolling. Obviously, he's coming back from an injury, but ultimately, I think he had a very good game, especially in the second half. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Araujo, he's a monster. He's a monster every single game. He saves our ass. Last minute tackles, just a monster. Jordi Alba, finally, after 5 or so games, I've been asking for him to get up in the attack, pretend like Messi's there, give those same passes, and he started to do that. Little glimpses of it, which is very nice to see. We'll continue. Gabi, unfortunately, he had to go out minute 32. The ball hits him in the back of the head. It could be a concussion. We don't know yet. Let's hope it's nothing too serious, but anytime there's like an injury in the head involved, it's always going to be serious. So let's hope he's not out for long. Let's hope, he's healthy. But that kind of changed the dynamic of the game when Gavi did come out. Nico, for me, had a pretty poor game. I think he wasn't able to get the ball on his feet situated. He wasn't calm enough on the ball. He was committing too many fouls, and especially the first half, it was a very choppy half. A lot of fouls happened, and I think it kind of disrupted the rhythm of the play, which could have helped us defensively, yeah, sure. But also in the attack, I feel like at times the play was a bit too kind of disrupted. Memphis Depay, for me, had a very, very bad game. One of the worst games I've seen him with the Barcelona jersey. And yeah, that's going to have to improve for sure. Abde continued to impress me. He continues to show his talent at taking players on one-on-one. However, one tip that I would want to give him is learn how to associate with your outside back. I think if he's able to connect with him a little better, it could take some of the pressure away from him. Because I see him take a long touch and just go for that 50-50, go to the battle. And yeah, sure, he may come out on top a good amount of times, but I think if he's able to utilize that outside back to overlap him a little bit, give him a little bit more of an option, I think it'll make him all that much more dangerous. I don't want to make the comparison too much yet, but he's kind of reminding me of young Vinicius Jr. At least a Vinicius Jr. of the first few seasons at Real Madrid, in which his ability to take players on is very good. It's impressive. However, what he does with the ball afterwards needs improvement. So, first few games with Barcelona, I give him the green light. I think overall, he had a positive game to his career. Coutinho started off very strong early, getting megs, doing plays here and there. but you can't shake the feeling that you're seeing the shadows of the Coutinho that once was, right? The Coutinho from Liverpool, the Coutinho that, quite frankly, never appeared at the Camp Nou. You see him do, a few little classic Brazilian flicks, but then the ball gets stuck. Then the play doesn't continue, right? He slows the play down too much. Positives to take, sure. Also a few negatives to take away from Coutinho. But let's get to exactly what happened in the events of the half. In the first half, we saw a cross to Coutinho from Jordi Alba. Again, Jordi Alba getting up in the attack. Coutinho puts in a decent shot, a little bit weak to the front post. The first chance for Barcelona. Real Betis, minute 20, begins to grow. I think, let's backtrack a little bit. I think Barcelona started off the half very well. We were very well organized. The ball was moving. Xavi's new rotations appeared to be paying off a little bit. Defensively, I talked about it. Lenglet was a little bit more aggressive, attacking the play a little bit more, which I like to see. Winning the ball back faster, which means we get the ball a little bit more at our feet. So then, minute 20 is when Real Betis finally gets an attack, and from there their confidence grows. They start moving the ball a little bit better, and quite frankly, we find ourselves a little bit lost. I think has been the theme for the past 3 games under Xavi at least. I'm sure it happened under Ronald Koeman as well, but where we see a lot of Barcelona starting off well with the idea, and then quite frankly, minute 20 hits around and we find ourselves lost. That's something that's gotta change. I want the idea to stick with us from minute 1 to minute 45. From minute 45 to minute 90. That's something that's gotta be improved, and something that's gonna have to be key against Bayern Munich. I'm saying that right now. It's gonna have to be key. Are we ready? I don't know. I hope so. But we'll keep going on through the first half. We mentioned Xavi gets hit with the ball in the back of the head, a possible concussion. Riqui Puig comes in. Quite frankly, I think Riqui Puig didn't have the game that impressed the whole Camp Nou, but he didn't have a bad game at all. I think it's very positive for his career to be able to play more than 15 minutes, and he counted. We were able to count on him. He did the role. A few mistakes, just like the rest of the team, but quite frankly, I think a positive game for Riqui Puig. We eventually found our footing, something we haven't been able to do the past few games. I saw the team get together, get the idea going again, which left for the first half to be a very tough half. A lot of fighting, for the ball, a very chippy half, but quite frankly, not enough chances created. We get to the second half, and it's a different story. Real Betis starts off the half very well. Juanmi is able to put the ball in the back of the net. Luckily for Barcelona, he was offsides. It was close, but he was offsides. And I think I know for me, I shat my pants, and I'm sure every single person in the Camp Nou shat themselves too. It was a big scare, but I think it served as like a wake up call to Barcelona. I think right after that play, we saw Jordi Alba again wake up, start getting up in the attack, creating chances, and just kind of making those runs in from behind that we're used to of him back during the Messi era. So that served as a positive. From there, minute 58, Dembele and De Jong come in, and right there, it woke up the whole of the Camp Nou. And you hear the fans roaring just a little bit louder, and you see the hunger, especially in Dembele, to prove what he's worth, to prove to Barcelona and potentially other clubs. We know, it's in the radar that he might leave for free. He's holding out his contract renewal, and it was nice to see him hungry. But this is my question to you: based on his performance today, which I think was quite positive, we saw him, moving the ball a lot, finding really good passes, something that I wouldn't really characterize Dembele for his passing abilities, but today they were very good. Based on his performance today, would you think it's in Barca's best interest to renew him? And by that I mean, would you think it's in Barca's best interest to offer or to give Dembele what he's asking in order to keep him? Or quite frankly, monetary, I mean, we know Barcelona's financially not in the best state. Is it in our best interest to let him go, cut ways, part ties? Let me know down below in the comment section. Quite frankly, I don't know exactly how much Dembele is asking for, but I think he's a player for sure that we want to keep in the house. We'll continue, but definitely Barcelona looked renewed with him, with both players on the field. I think that's the best moment that we saw Barcelona this whole game. Ever since or after minute 60, when Dembele came in, it was a different Barca, and it was a Barca that I love to see. It was a Barca that excited me. It was a Barca that had hope, that were trying different things out, that were, the presence of having Abde on one side and Dembele on one side, two very dangerous players, if you think about it, enabled other players, enabled Jordi Alba to continue to attack a little more. It was a Barca that I enjoyed to watch, and which is why I'm kind of happy with the way this game turned out. Another thing that I love to see is the connection of Dembele and Serginho Dest. They were the designated drivers, driving the ball up the field, linking up very well. Again, that Dembele Dest connection was very good this game. But then, as Barca was growing, as Barca was getting chances, Dembele hitting a few shots, putting in good passes. Against the run of play, Real Betis gets a counterattack, minute 78, and they get the goal. Against the run of play, it hurt. But that's the gamble we played. We pushed numbers up. We tried to get the goal. We were going for the 3 points, which is something that I want to see out of this badge. I want us to not be complacent with a fucking tie. We were going for the 3 fucking points, and fuck it. It was a gamble. We lost today, but we'll win it fucking tomorrow. Games like this, sure, the result did not go our way, but I think the team grew from it. And with that, it sucked. It sucked to see how they missed that clear chance in 2 minutes after the goal. Imagine right away, we get the goal back. There's plenty of time. We potentially could have gotten the 3 points. It sucked. It sucked that Abde had to miss that chance, which is again another, kind of reminder of the Vinicius that was from a few, at least from last season. I know you guys remember. So with that, it leaves us in 7th place in the table. I don't want to drag on this video any longer. Real Betis sits 3rd place. Ugh, bittersweet for sure. Are we ready for Bayern Munich? I hope so. I don't think so, but I hope so. We have to be. Bayern Munich, obviously, we know what they're able to do on the attack, so we're going to have to be laser focused the whole game. We cannot have any relapse like we've been having the past few games. So with that, guys, I'll let you go. I don't want to drag this video on any longer. Despite the dropping the 3 points, as always, you know what to do. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and as always, guys, Visca Barça.